For 10 years, I believed I had the safest life I could ask for. Michael was not dramatic or exciting. He was steady. He woke up early, made coffee, kissed my forehead, and reminded me to lock the door. He called when he said he would. He never forgot birthdays. He never raised his voice. That kind of love feels quiet, but it feels secure. Every month, Michael traveled for work, 3 or 4 days at most. Same suitcase, same routine. He would text me photos of hotel rooms and airport coffee cups. I never questioned it. Why would I? Trust was not something we discussed. It was something we lived. On the night before one of his trips, I helped him pack as usual. Shirts on the left, shoes wrapped carefully, charger placed in the front pocket. I smiled at how predictable we were. After he left, I cleaned the kitchen. That's when I noticed the receipt. It had fallen from his jacket pocket. The city name was wrong. Not where he usually traveled, not even close. I told myself it was a mistake, a reused jacket, an old paper. Still, I folded the receipt and placed it on the table instead of throwing it away. I don't know why. That was the first moment I realized I didn't know where my husband really was. The call came 2 days later. I was washing dishes when my phone rang. Unknown number. I almost ignored it, but something made me answer. "Hello?" I said. There was a short pause. Then a woman spoke, calm and confident. "Hi, I'm trying to reach Michael's wife." "I am his wife," I replied, confused. Another pause. Then she laughed softly. "That's strange," she said, "because so am I." I felt the room tilt slightly. "I think you've made a mistake," I said. "Michael is on a business trip." She exhaled slowly. "No, he's here, in our home." My hands went cold. She said my name. Correctly. She said it as if she had said it many times before. "I don't want to fight," she continued. "I just need to understand how long this has been happening." I hung up. My heart raced, but my mind refused to accept it. Affairs happen in movies, not in quiet kitchens with clean dishes and waiting dinners. When Michael called that night, I asked gently, "Did someone try to reach me today?" He paused, just for a second. "No," he said. "Why?" I didn't push. I didn't accuse. I only listened. She didn't sound confused. She sounded certain. I didn't confront Michael, not yet. Instead, I followed him. When he returned from his business trip, everything looked normal. Same smile, same routine, same careful kindness. But 2 days later, he left the house again. Not for work, he said. Just an errand. I waited 10 minutes. Then I took my keys and followed. He didn't go to the office. He didn't go to the gym. He drove across the city into a quiet neighborhood I had never seen before. I parked a little distance away and watched. Michael walked to a small apartment building. He didn't hesitate. He didn't check directions. He unlocked the door like he belonged there. Through the window, I saw her. A woman stood in the kitchen barefoot, wearing an old t-shirt. She laughed when she saw him, not politely, comfortably. The kind of laugh that lives in shared mornings and private habits. He kissed her forehead, not like a secret, like a husband coming home. My chest tightened. My legs felt weak. This wasn't an affair hidden in stolen hours. This was a life, a second home, a routine. I sat in my car, hands shaking, as the truth settled slowly and painfully. I wasn't watching my husband cheat. I was watching him live another life. I didn't plan the meeting, but lies have a way of pushing people together. I called the number that had called me first, the other wife. Her name was Clara. When I said who I was, she didn't sound surprised. "Do you want to meet?" she asked quietly. We chose a neutral place, a cafe between our neighborhoods. Bright, public, safe. Clara arrived first. She stood when she saw me, as if meeting someone important. We sat down without knowing where to begin. He told me he traveled for work, she said. So did he, I replied. He said he had no family. He said the same. We compared dates, holidays, anniversaries, even arguments. The patterns were identical. Same excuses, same words, same apologies. He bought her the same necklace. He cooked her the same meals. He complained about the same imaginary coworkers. There was a moment when we both went silent. Not anger, not jealousy, understanding. We looked at each other and something shifted. We're not enemies, Clara said softly. I shook my head. No, we were victims of the same lie. And somewhere between coffee cups and broken truths, we both knew what came next. Michael would no longer control the story. We confronted Michael together, not at my house, not at hers. We chose the apartment, the place where his two lives overlapped. When he opened the door and saw both of us standing there, his face changed. Not anger, not shock, fear. For the first time, he didn't know which role to play. I can explain, he said quickly, stepping back. Please, just let me explain. We sat down. He stood. He spoke fast, switching directions with every sentence. He told Clara she was emotional. He told me I was misunderstanding things. He said he never meant for it to go this far. You were both important to me, he said. I didn't want to hurt anyone. Clara laughed, not loudly, not cruelly. You married us both, she said. You didn't forget. You planned. Michael rubbed his face. His voice softened. I was afraid of being alone. I looked at him carefully. You weren't afraid of being alone, I said. You were afraid of losing comfort. The excuses collapsed one by one. Dates didn't match. Stories broke apart. He contradicted himself without noticing. The room felt smaller. When he realized there was no version of the story where he was innocent, he stopped talking. For the first time since I had known him, Michael looked powerless. And for the first time, we were not. We didn't scream. We didn't fight. We left. Legal steps followed quietly. Documents, meetings, signatures. Michael tried to delay things, to regain control, but control no longer belonged to him. Clara and I spoke a few times after that, not as friends, but as people who understood the same wound. We didn't need to stay connected to heal. Michael lost both homes, both routines, both safe places. I moved into a smaller apartment. Fewer rooms, less furniture, more peace. I bought things only when I needed them. I learned to sit with silence without fear. Some nights, the pain returned unexpectedly, in memories, in habits, in songs he used to like. But the pain didn't own me. I stopped asking why. I stopped replaying what if. I started choosing myself in small ways, leaving earlier, saying no, trusting slower, not because I was broken, but because I was awake. Betrayal is not just about another woman. It's about a story you believed, and the moment it breaks. Michael didn't steal my love. He stole my certainty, and that hurt more than anger ever could. I learned that trust is not blind. It is built through consistency, honesty, and time. Anyone can say the right words. Very few people can live them. If you are listening to this and something feels wrong, even if you cannot explain it, listen to that feeling. Doubt is not weakness. It is awareness, and awareness is power. I don't hate Michael. I don't forgive him either. I simply no longer carry him. Some people teach us love. Others teach us truth. Both lessons matter, but the ones that hurt are the ones we remember forever.